Hello students, welcome to our exam B. So students, today in this video, I'll be continuing ahead with our series with respect to what to study from the various law subjects or the acts if you're preparing and appearing for the various competitive law exams. So already इस series में मैंने बहुत सारे videos लाए हैं जिसमें मैंने आपके साथ discuss किया है the important provisions, the important concepts which you have to be thorough with from those particular acts or the law subjects. इस particular video में भी आज मैं एक बहुत important subject से रिलेटेड इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोविजंस डिस्कस करने वाली हूँ. सेक्शंस कौन कौन से हैं जो कि आपको थॉरली पढ़ने हैं. सो आई विल बी डिस्कसिंग दैट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो. बट बिफोर वी मूव अहेड, डू रिमेंबर टू सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल एंड प्रेस ऑन द बेल आइकन सो दैट यू कैन स्टे ट्यून्ड एंड स्टे अपडेटेड. स्टूडेंट्स, वन मोर थिंग ओवर हियर आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि इन केस आप में से किसी का भी मिस हो गया है, देखना वो प्रीवियस वीडियोस जो मैंने लाया था इस सीरीज में. सो यू कैन गो टू द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दिस वीडियो वेर इन यू विल गेट द लिंक ऑफ ऑल द प्रीवियस वीडियोस एंड वहां पे आप देख सकते हो उन सभी सब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्शंस, प्रोविजंस कौन कौन से हैं which you have to be thorough with. Now moving ahead with our today's discussion in this particular video, we will be looking on to what to study from the Companies Act 2013. Moving ahead, first we'll be looking on to what Companies Act is all about. तो अगर हम Companies Act की बात करें तो हमें पता है this is one of the law which is relating to what companies say, उनके formation या incorporation या establishment, उनके functioning, regulations and how they will be coming to an end. All these aspects in the very simple words you can say from the very inception or birth of the company till its death, the law which is taking care of all these aspects is the Companies Act 2013. It is providing for a transparent, accountable and sustainable corporate environment in India and the very objective is to foster investors' confidence and promote economic growth. So this is what the entire Companies Act is having its object as or what all it provides for. Now if we talk about the important provisions of the Companies Act 2013, तो यहाँ पे भी आपका section 2 which is detailing a lot many definitions which are very important. Now the next important provisions are section 3 to 8 जो कि हमारा कंपनी के फॉर्मेशन से रिलेटेड है. उसके दो important documents, basic documents से रिलेटेड है, that is memorandum of association and articles of association. Now how the company will be incorporated, the various compliances provisions with respect to that, and then comes our formation of companies with charitable objects, that is our section 8 companies. तो ये आपका बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड बेसिक्स है. तो ये बेसिक जो चैप्टर्स हैं यहाँ से क्वेश्चंस आते ही हैं. देन सेक्शन 13 and 14 which is talking about the alteration of these basic important documents. So first of all you should be aware whether alteration या changes हो सकते हैं इनमें कि नहीं, and if that can be done, what is the procedure or compliance with respect to that. Now section 18 is how there can be a conversion of the companies which are already registered. So that is what section 18 is talking about. Then आपका section 23 which is very important, which is talking about public offer and private placement. So what does these concepts basically mean and the related aspects, you have to be thorough with that. Then section 25 and 26 is basically talking about the documents containing offer of securities for sale to be deemed prospectus. So basically in short section 25 is providing you details with respect to deemed prospectus which is one of the types of prospectus and बहुत important है क्योंकि अगर आप overall prospectus topic की बात करो so that is very important from the exam point of view. And section 26 is talking about what all matters are required to be stated in the prospectus, this particular document. Now section 31 and 32 ये भी आपका बहुत important है because again it is talking about the shelf prospectus and red herring prospectus. So ये सारे aspects बहुत important. Now moving ahead you can see that section 34, 35 and 36 you should have a brief idea about it because it is talking about the various liabilities with respect to if any misstatement and all that is made in the prospectus. Section 39 is talking about allotment of securities by company, how that can be done. Section 42 and 43 is talking about offer or invitation for subscription of securities on private placement. So section 42 important है because जो भी important provisions है private placement से related वो section 42 में detail में covered है. And section 43 is talking about the kinds of share capital which is again very important. Section 47 is talking about the voting rights and all. 52 to 55 which is talking about application of premium received on issue of shares. So what is premium and how that has to be utilized and all that aspect you have to understand. Then the shares they cannot be issued at a discount, that is void, that is prohibited actually as per the Companies Act. However, there are certain exceptions and all. When you study the section you'll come to know that. Issue of sweat equity shares, again one of the favorite topics is sweat equity shares from where you get questions in the exam. Next नेक्स्ट आपका है इशू एंड रिडम्पशन ऑफ रेफरेंस शेयर्स, हाउ द इशू कैन बी डन, हाउ इट कैन बी redeemed and all the provisions related to that they have been covered under this particular section. Section 60 to 63 ये जो है सेक्शन बेसिकली किन चीजों के बारे में बात करता है, इशू ऑफ बोनस शेयर्स. तो पहले तो आपको पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज बोनस शेयर एंड देन द वेरियस प्रोविजंस रिलेटेड टू इट इशू एंड फर्दर इशू ऑफ शेयर कैपिटल, हाउ दैट कैन बी डन बाय द कंपनी. नाउ ओवर हियर रिडक्शन ऑफ शेयर कैपिटल आपका इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो नाउ ओवर हियर सेक्शन 66-68 दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट विच इज टॉकिंग अबाउट रिडक्शन ऑफ शेयर capital and power of the company to purchase its own securities and all, that is basically buyback of shares. Then आपका debentures से related aspect, what are debentures and the various related provisions. Section 73 that is talking about prohibition on acceptance of deposits from the public, and then 76 is talking about acceptance of deposits from public by certain companies, although not very important, but you should again have an idea with respect to the deposits, what are deposits, and then what are the various prohibitions with respect to that, and which are the companies, those certain companies which can go ahead and accept deposits from the public. So ये दो important sections है deposit से related जो आप कर सकते हो. Then register of members, annual return, and now comes the very important topic, that is annual general meeting AGM and call of extraordinary general meeting and notice of meeting. So these are important, very important from the exam point of view in fact, so you should be aware of that. Then quorum for the meeting. So आपका जो previous section था with respect to meeting and all, उसी से related quorum for the meeting है, proxies है, so these you have to be thorough with. Ordinary and special resolution क्या होते हैं? So पहले तो आपको पता होना चाहिए what is a resolution and then you should be aware what is ordinary resolution, special resolution and the related aspects. Then section 123 to 125 that is talking about dividend, declaration of dividend, unpaid dividend account and IEPF that is investors education and protection fund, ये important है आपका. Then section 128 and 129 that is talking about books of accounts to be kept by the company and financial statement. Next, financial statement, board reports, etc. The related aspects to these. And then comes our corporate social responsibility. This is again very important. CSR से भी questions आते हैं. Then section 138 से 142 that is all talking about the internal audit. Then appointment of auditors कैसे होगा, उनका removal, qualification, eligibility, remuneration, resignation, all those aspects. So auditors से related भी आप देखोगे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्स में क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट अगर हम देखें कि कंपनीज टू हैव बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, सो बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर से रिलेटेड प्रोविजंस आपका 149 में है, वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. देन हाउ द अपॉइंटमेंट विल बी डन ऑफ द डायरेक्टर्स बाय स्मॉल शेयर होल्डर्स. तो अगेन यहाँ पे आपको पता होना चाहिए हु आर स्मॉल शेयर होल्डर्स. सेक्शन 153 टू 157 आपका इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि ये दिन से रिलेटेड है, दैट इज डायरेक्टर्स आइडेंटिफिकेशन नंबर. सेक्शन 161 इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ एडिशनल डायरेक्टर, ऑल्टरनेट डायरेक्टर एंड नॉमिनी डायरेक्टर. सो अपॉइंटमेंट से रिलेटेड एस्पेक्ट्स आपको पता होना चाहिए ऑफ दीज डायरेक्टर्स, बट हु आर दीज डायरेक्टर्स एक्चुअली, द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट दैट इज ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट. देन सेक्शन 164 टू 169 दैट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू बीइंग अपॉइंटेड एज अ डायरेक्टर, नंबर ऑफ डायरेक्टरशिप्स विच अ डायरेक्टर कैन हैव, ड्यूटीज क्या होगी उनकी, देन रेजिग्नेशन, रिमूवल, ऑल दोज एस्पेक्ट. नाउ मीटिंग ऑफ द बोर्ड, quorum for the meeting and passing of resolution by circulation. So now this is with respect to the board meeting and all. Then section 177 and 8 इसका एक आपको आइडिया होना चाहिए. बेसिकली ये कमिटीज होते क्या हैं, if we talk about audit committee or the nomination and remuneration committee or the stakeholders relationship committee. तो basic understanding of what these committees are and composition if you go through that is sufficient. Then 184 and 85 and 188 ये आपका बहुत important हो जाता है because it is talking about the disclosure by the directors of their interest and all, whether the loans can be given to the directors or not and the related party transactions. So these are very important from the exam point of view. और related party transaction की अगर मैं बात करूं तो आप जब section 188 पढ़ोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा what is a related party transaction, list is given over there. तो भैया आपको ये भी ध्यान देना है कि basically related party होते कौन है, and when you go through the very concept of related party आपको वहां पे एक term relative मिलेगा frequently. That term also you have to be thorough with कि relatives basically किन किन को include किया जाता है उस particular concept में. ठीक. Now section 196 and 197 it is talking about the appointment of the managing director, whole time director or manager and the remuneration which they will be getting. So those aspects have been covered. Then appointment of key managerial personnel. Now section 230 it is talking about compromise or arrangements with creditors and members. Then 232 से 234 section आपका merger and amalgamation से related है. Merger and amalgamation of company companies, then certain companies, then of the company with the foreign company. So उससे related important provisions aspects आपको पता होने चाहिए. Then आपका section 241 is talking about application to the tribunal for relief in cases of operation. So basically operation and mismanagement क्या होता है, application कौन-कौन लोग कर सकते हैं tribunal को for going ahead and seeking the relief. And section 244 और 45 ये दो भी आपका important है क्योंकि it is talking about who all can basically go ahead and make an application to the tribunal under section 241. So basically right to apply under section 241 किन किन लोगों को है वो आपका section 244 में covered है. And class action basically क्या होता है. Now यहाँ से आपका थोड़ा again important provisions है because यहाँ से भी questions पूछे जाते हैं exam में, which is covering all the aspects related to the tribunals. तो basically constitution, qualification, term of office, all these you have to be thorough with respect to the NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal, and the NCLAT, that is the Appellate Tribunal. Establishment of special courts and offences which they can try, and section 455 which is talking about a dormant company, what a dormant company is, and the related provisions जो भी आपका इस particular section में दिया हुआ है. So these are all the important sections, provisions which you have to be very thorough under the Companies Act. I know Companies Act, ये act का नाम सुनते ही आपको लगता है कि कहाँ से start करेंगे और कहाँ खत्म करेंगे, but trust me, when you start doing it and understand the concepts which are given over there, it becomes quite a lot easier for you to go ahead and study. So with this, we come to an end of our today's discussion with respect to Companies Act. Hope you find the video helpful for your preparation. Stay tuned to our channel so that you can stay updated.